Hello everyone. So let's start today's class. So in yesterday's class, we have learned the spring and the time period as well as frequency. So in today's class, we will see some applications of the springs and time period of oscillation in that particular case. Okay. So see now the first one I am taking, that is springs in a series. But I am taking springs in a series. So in this diagram, you can see here it is a load. This is spring 1 whose spring constant is K1. Another spring whose spring constant is K2. And this red one is mass which we have attached by connecting these two springs in a series combination. Understood? So how many springs I have taken? 2 springs. And load is connected here. If I will draw the free body diagram, you can see here, if this is the combination of this, load is there in downward direction, that is its weight, and weight is equal to mg, whereas in upward direction, restoring force will act, because when this load will pull it down, these two springs, whatever the restoring force is there, it will try to pull it back to its original position. That's why here I have written K effective into X, which is nothing but restoring force, combined restoring force, because of these two springs. Okay. So already in the last chapter we have learned, if suppose the springs are connected in series, K effective is what? K1 K2 by K1 plus K2. That is 1 by K effective is equal to 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2. So therefore, time period, if I want, time period formula is what? 2 pi under root m by k. Here, this k effective is what? This value. So just I am substituting this. So k1 k2 by k1 plus k2. So that's why this k1 plus k2 is going up, and hence we are getting time period 2 pi under root m into k1 plus k2 by k1 into k2. Understood? Okay. Now, sometimes what they will do, they will give you the time periods of individual springs. What they will do, they will give you individual time periods, means they will take the spring, which spring they will take? This one, and they will attach the same load. They will get time period T1. Again they will take another spring whose spring constant is K2. They will attach the same load. You will get time period T2. Okay. And when these two are connected in series, the time period of this oscillation is, let us suppose, capital T. Then how to find the relation between capital T, T1 and T2? Let's see here. Now see, can I write like this? T1 is equal to 2 pi under root m by k1. Okay. Yes. And therefore, can I square it on both sides? What I am getting, see, T1 square is equal to 4 pi square m by k1. Right? So this 4 pi square m I am transferring here, or else just k1 you transfer this side. So what we are getting? Or let's keep a 1 by k1 only. Okay. So I am transferring this T1 square divided by 4 pi square m is equal to 1 by k1. So yeah, 1 by k1, what we got? T1 square by 4 pi square m. And that implies, therefore, can I write like this? K1, 1 by K1 is equal to C into T1 square. Means I have assumed one constant for this 1 by 4 pi square m. And therefore, I got this value, that is 1 by K1 is equal to C into T1 square. Okay, understood. Now next. Similarly, if I want for T2, here, shall I change color? Okay. Now similarly, you see here T2 is equal to what? 2 pi under root m by K2. Similarly, squaring on both sides, T2 square is equal to 4 pi square m by K2. And direct now I am writing, therefore 1 by K2 is equal to C into T2 square. Clear? Eh? Understood? No? This also. Now next one is what? Combined time period is capital T. Similarly, here I am taking, similarly, when these two strings are connected in a series, then time period is T, and that's why T is equal to 2 pi under root m by K effective. So again, squaring on both sides, T square is equal to 4 pi square m by K effective. And therefore, direct now I am writing 1 by K effective is equal to C into T square. Okay. So let us suppose this is your equation number 3. How many equations we got? Equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3. Okay. Now we know in case of series combination, 1 by K effective is equal to 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2. 1 by K1 we have, yes. 1 by K2 we have, yes. 1 by K effective we have, yes. CT square is equal to CT1 square plus CT2 square. Throughout take C common and cancel it, and therefore I am getting final answer, that is T square is equal to T1 square plus T2 square. And therefore if I want combined time period in terms of T1 and T2, then this is T1 square plus T2 square. Okay. Understand? Is that clear? Please note down. If you have doubt, you can ask me. Okay, note down. Clear? Okay, let's go ahead. Now, next topic, that is strings are connected in a parallel. Now you can see here, I have shown the combination, that is these two springs who have spring constants K1 and K2. And this is mass M. This is combined mass. Combined mass means we have connected to both the springs. And this whole system is oscillating now. Yes or not? That's what we are calling it as the springs are in parallel. Load is common and it is same for both the springs. If we will draw the free body diagram, again in upward direction, K effective into X, downward is its weight. Right now? Understood? Whatever springs are series or in parallel, we have to take the resultant restoring force, which is in upward direction. In downward direction, mg, that is its weight. Now when springs are connected in parallel, K effective is what? K1 plus K2. And that's why time period T is equal to pi under root M by K effective. Just substitute the value of K effective, that is K1 plus K2 here. You will get the time period. Okay, understood. What about when individual time period and combined time period we have to find, or relation between these two we have to find. If T1, T2 are individual time period and T is the time period of parallel combination, then how we will do? See here. Now again, let's see first of all, T1 is equal to 2 pi under root of M by K1. Okay, right? And therefore that implies again T1 square, you can do it yourself, those who understood, 4 pi square M by K1. And just I am taking now this K1 here because I want now K1 here, because this is direct K1 plus K2. So I am finding K1 value, that is 4 pi or 4m pi square or 4 pi square m. Anything you can write. So let's write 4 pi square m. 4 pi square m by T1 square. Call this equation number 1. Similarly, see T2 is equal to what? 2 pi under root m by K2. That implies T2 square is equal to 4 pi square m by K2, and therefore K2 is equal to 4 pi square m by T2 square. Call this equation number 2. Even you can substitute C also, constant, not an issue. Next one, that is third one, combined time period T is equal to 2 pi under root m by K, and that implies T square is equal to 4 pi square m by K2, and therefore K2 is equal to 4 pi square m by T2 square. Call this equation number 3. So likewise we got 3 equations. This is first equation. Yes. Concentrate. Yes, no. And this is your third equation. Now from this 1, 2 and 3 equation, if I will substitute now in the which formula, K effective is equal to K1 plus K2, then what we are getting? C. So therefore K effective is equal to K1 plus K2, and that is equal to, where is K effective? Here we have to keep K2 already finished now. So here I will substitute only K, not K2. Check it once. Here it is only K. K effective करेंगे इसको, right? Check करो. Yes, K effective. Now, so K effective is what? 4 pi square m by, here also T square only, है ना? Not T2. Already ऊपर finished now. This is T square. Okay, check it now, right? So 4 pi square m by T square is equal to 4 pi square m by T1 square plus 4 pi square m by T2 square, and just cancel this 4 pi square m throughout, and what we are getting? 1 by T square, we are getting something like this. 1 by T square is equal to 1 by T1 square plus 1 by T2 square. Take LCM and we will get the answer like this. That is T is equal to T1 T2 divided by under root of T1 plus T2. एक बार check करो. If you will solve this, you will get like this. That is T square is equal to T1 square plus T2 square by T1 plus T2. Just take square root on both sides. You will get the same. Okay. Understand? Check करो एक बार. ये square आना चाहिए ना. एक बार देखो. T2 square 1 minute. T2 square plus T1 square by T1 square into T2 square. So T1 square into T2 square is T1 T2 and T1 square plus T2 square under root. तो ये square आना चाहिए. Yes. यहाँ पे square करो. है ना? Square आना चाहिए ना यहाँ पे. Yes. Good. चलो. This is what time period when springs are connected in parallel. Check करो. Okay. Check it once. Okay. Understood? Okay. So let's move ahead. Note down this. Here you can keep K effective or even K also. Choice is yours. K effective or only K. No, here also. K effective. You can keep anything whatever you want. Understood? Okay, let's move ahead. Now see some note points. If now you have like this situation, that is when these two springs are connected and in between block is there like this, then what happens here? This spring, when this block is here, it will act in this direction. Whereas here also it will try to pull in this direction. Yes, no, restoring force. So both the springs are having restoring force in the same direction. Because displacement is this side. Displacement is this side, x. Hai na? Yes, displacement is this side, suppose x. Then K effective is K1 plus K2. So time period is what then here? 2 pi under root m by K1 plus K2. Just at the place of K effective, what you have to substitute? K1 plus K2. And in this again, if T1 and T2 are individual time periods and T is combined time period, then the time period relation is same as which means in previous case how we got, same like that only it is. Understood? Next one, see the two body oscillator. In this two body oscillator, what happens? We have connected two masses at two ends and in between we have connected the spring. Now this side is x1, this side is x2. Okay, because these blocks are going to move this side and this side, so both side it is displacing. Then in this case the time period t is equal to 2 pi under root m1 m2 by k into m1 plus m2. Okay, so if I will substitute this value again, then t is equal to 2 pi under root mu by k, where mu is nothing but m1 m2 by m1 plus m2, and this mu is called reduced mass. What we are calling it as a reduced mass. Understood? So this is what note points. Some more note points are there. Okay. So that we will see in the next class. Probably very little part is only, I think one class is enough. I think some more. Then we can finish this chapter. This is very important chapter for JEE and MSET. Don't neglect just one class. Then we will also start second year. Don't lose your patience. Okay, right? So let's stop here for today. Note down the notes nicely. Okay, bye.